Everybody got their own cut, you know what I mean? Got their tents up, doing their thing, watching TV over there. Then you got all the way to the TV room way over there, bathrooms over there where it go down at. Your boy Dirty in the house, Young Chase in the house. Everybody in here doing their thing, man, serving their bid.
DC the boys, Alabama Prisoner Profiles. What's going on with y'all, man? Make sure y'all continue to like, subscribe, share the content, leave a comment, send a super thanks in the comment section. Make sure y'all continue to bless that Cash App and the PayPal $Bama Prison Files with 2 S's, man. Say, man, ain't got no housekeeping for this one today, man, but I knew I wanted to start the year off with a positive video as it concerns prisoners within the Alabama Department of Corrections. And so today we hopping right into this. We have a group of prisoners that have graduated from undergrad programs at Auburn University. Let's hop right into that right now. A college education can mean a pathway to a brighter future, a chance for a better life. It's that extra credential needed to land the dream job you've always wanted, to prepare you to improve the community. For 11 Alabama residents, a college education means everything. They are the epitome of non-traditional students. Martin may be the only one who started down the traditional path to college as a wide-eyed 18-year-old, but circumstances changed, and he never completed his education. Others, like Peter, admit, quote, they squandered away the opportunity for college while they had the chance. Kenny lived in Auburn for 3 years, but said he wasn't in the right mindset back then to enroll at the university. Simply, he never imagined having a degree from Auburn University. Since 2017, these grown men have been Auburn students. They have not only imagined earning a degree, they have worked tirelessly for it. They never entered a classroom on the plains. Their classes were held in a stark, white, nondescript room at Staton Correctional Facility in Elmore County. These 11 students will receive their Auburn degrees on December 16th, 1 week after the university graduates nearly 2,000 students. They represent the first class of students to graduate from Auburn through the second Chance Pell program. Quote, this inaugural graduation marks a huge milestone for re-entry efforts in the state of Alabama, said John Q. Ham, Commissioner of the Alabama Department of Corrections. Quote, the Alabama Department of Corrections will continue its work with Auburn University and our other education partners to offer incarcerated people every opportunity for successful re-entry into society. Bernard Lafayette Jr. is the commencement speaker for this class. He was a co-founder and leader of the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, Nashville Sit-Ins, a freedom rider, an associate of Martin Luther King Jr. in Southern Christian Leadership Conference and national coordinator of the Poor People's Campaign. A civil rights hero and a nonviolent activist, Lafayette has seen triumph and tragedy in his 83 years. He plans to share that message with the new class. Quote, I look forward to reflecting with the graduates on their significant accomplishments, said Lafayette. Quote, the fact that they were able to take classes and reach this point of graduation while incarcerated means they did not take this opportunity lightly, and now they have a chance to make a difference in the lives of others. How we respond to tragedies in life makes all the difference. Quote, they have shown with their lives what they can do, and they are showing others in prison what is possible. The United States Department of Education enacted the Second Chance Pell program in 2016, selecting 67 colleges and universities from across the country to offer for credit college classes to people who are incarcerated by providing them access to financial aid. Under the new program, people who are incarcerated who otherwise met the Title VI eligibility requirements and were eligible for release could access Pell Grants to pursue post-secondary education and training. By increasing access to high-quality educational opportunities, the goal is to help these individuals successfully transition out of prison and back into the classroom or the workforce. Quote, everybody deserves some kind of second chance, said Jack, one of the 11 soon-to-be college graduates. Auburn's participation in the Second Chance Pell coincides with its mission as a land-grant institution. As a land-grant institution, Auburn University is dedicated to improving the lives of people of Alabama, the nation, and the world through forward-thinking education, life-enhancing research, and scholarship and selfless service. Most of the students could pass for a typical college student, traditional or non-traditional. Some look young while others age by time or the system. Their attire, prison-issued tan shirt and pants, Alabama Department of Corrections stamped on the back, black boots, and a white undershirt sets them apart though. Before landing in Staton, Martin attended college in Birmingham for 3 years and was on track to complete an accounting degree. Quote, I'm not much different today than I was back then, he said. I've always wanted a nice job so I could provide for my family and my community. Martin said he did well in school. He took it seriously. But when he had to work 2 or 3 jobs to pay for school, his grades slipped. If he didn't have to worry about finances, he said he would have finished. Quote, I didn't ever see myself in prison, he said, but I lost focus. When the Second Chance Pell became an option, Martin said he regained focus and began to resolute on his goal of completing a college degree. He then told Kai Stevens he would give her his best effort. Quote, I made a promise to myself to navigate beyond my past, but I will go back to the same world as before, he said. Martin is a changed man, especially now that he has a college degree. But will the world he left behind accept him for who he is now or treat him like he is less than human? That stigma surrounding people who are/were incarcerated is hard to overcome. It's something Stevens has been fighting to change her entire career. Education first. Stevens founded the Alabama Prison Arts Education Project in 2001, partnering with the DOC to offer courses on arts and humanities in Alabama prison. Became a program in Auburn in 2004. Project has expanded over the years, offered not-for-credit higher education courses across many academic fields, including science, philosophy, history, and engineering, in 10 of Alabama's prisons. In 2017, the Pell program allowed for credit college courses to be taught in 2 Alabama prisons. Quote, this is about human beings who want to learn, period, said Stevens. Stevens is so adamant about this belief that she has never once asked one of her students, nearly 6,000 of them, what they did to land behind bars. It has never mattered to her, and it never will. A college education may not have been something Ted ever considered, but when he became a father, his children were his only priority. Being a college student for most of his sentence at Staton has been, quote, one of the best things to happen to me in one of the worst environments. Quote, we all know this education, or what this education means out there, he added. Quote, we are doubly aware of what this education means in here. Some would argue in prison education is about rehabilitation and recidivism. A research team led by Ben Stickler at Middle Tennessee State University examined basic to college level education in prisons, including Second Chance Pell, found that educating people who are incarcerated reduced recidivism, improved employment prospects, and increased earnings. The findings were published in the American Journal of Criminal Justice. In 2016, when Second Chance Pell was announced, the United States Secretary of Education, John B. King Jr. said, quote, the evidence is clear. Promoting education and job training for incarcerated individuals makes communities safer by reducing recidivism and saves taxpayers dollars by lowering the direct and collateral cost of incarceration. The knowledge and skills they acquire will promote successful integration and enable them to become active and engaged citizens. In Alabama, Second Chance Pell started in Staton and Tutwiler for women in Wetumpka with 25 students. Currently, there are 80 students with 11 on track to graduate this December. Disregarding a couple of years when a global pandemic suspended classes, these 11 are graduating at the same rate as many college students. College life. Ted, who has served about a decade, isn't one to complain about present circumstances. It would be easy though, especially since some of these men have been waiting years for a parole hearing, let alone a release date, and there are bad things happening inside all the prisons. Quote, I made the choice that landed me here, he admitted. and this is my punishment, but I have the opportunity to do some good for myself and my family. Attending classes and keeping up with homework gave the class something to look forward to every day, a way to break up the monotonous routine of their lives. Ted said the new regime essentially, quote, saved me because focusing on the positive helped him avoid the negative of prison life. Peter, perhaps the oldest in the class with the most time in prison, attributed most of his success in class to his classmates' moral support, and to Martin specifically, who became the resident math tutor. Their favorite course? Microeconomics. Peter said it was the toughest but most rewarding. He ain't fucking lying. I don't know about that shit being rewarding, but that shit is. I hated it. The challenge equipped them to approach other subjects no matter the topic. Peter said he would encourage others to enroll in the Second Chance Pell, claiming, quote, nothing is more beneficial than a college degree. And Martin said the college experience inspired him to pay it forward. Quote, I want to invest in people the way you invested in me, he proclaimed to Stevens. And you will, she said. Peter is most grateful for Stevens. Not one for self-promotion, Stevens spun the attention right back. Quote, thank you, but I got what I need. It's right here, she proclaims, pointing at the back of each of every one of her students. Kenny said college has been his opportunity for growth and development, even a path to redemption. Similarly, John saw the experience as a way to be more for his wife and teenage daughters. Their conversations lately have been about business, the family plans to start whenever he is paroled. For Ted, one of the highlights of college so far was getting to call home and tell his family he talked to Auburn President Christopher B. Roberts. He visited the class earlier this semester. Quote, it's easy to lose hope in here, to feel like you only exist, he said. But having a day like that, when you get to talk with the university president, it makes you feel like living again. Damn. Roberts said it was an honor to meet the men enrolled in the program. During the visit, he spoke briefly, then turned it over to the class. He asked them, what do you want a university president to know? They said this program brought them hope and gave them a purpose, while broadening and deepening their perspectives, Roberts said. Quote, one of the men said he plans to use his degree and knowledge he obtained to help other people who are incarcerated. It was one of the most fulfilling days of my presidency so far, unquote. None of the students is proud that their past actions resulted in incarceration, but as Ted said, they are now changed and on track to follow a path to a better life. Quote, this degree is elevating our possibility for success, he proclaimed. We believe in the power of education, added Stevens. Education opens up the pathways to be a poet, an accountant, business owner, or an activist. Next steps. Many of these students are taking their degrees with the hopes of improving existing family businesses or starting new ones. All will earn a Bachelor of Science in Interdisciplinary Studies from Auburn with an emphasis in business, leadership, and human development and family science. Goddamn. Scott noted that the role of universities is to provide students with the knowledge and skills to use in their own lives, perhaps with the hope that graduates will do good in the world, finding solutions to the world's problems. Auburn University is not shirking from that responsibility, he said, even if it means teaching courses in a state prison. Martin considers his degree an awesome product, he said, even if it means teaching courses in a state prison. Martin considers his degree an awesome product that has enhanced his life. Until he gets a parole hearing, though, it's hard not to question his purpose. Quote, I don't know where I'm supposed to go from here, he said. Quote, you're going to get where you want to, said Stevens. This is about so much more than prison. This is about the world we live in. A college degree can open up opportunities for these men to do good for themselves, families, and communities, but there's still some in society who only see them as criminals and keep them from moving beyond their past. Quote, I would like to use my degree to help others, said Peter. I'm in a better position now to do just that. And there y'all have it, man. Congratulations to those 11 Staton graduates. They all did end up graduating. Shout out, y'all. More power to y'all. Hopefully, when y'all do get to parole, that shit is enough for them. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't letting nobody go. They don't care if you save the warden for getting his throat cut from what's going on right now. You feel what I'm talking about, you know? But yeah, man, y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Like, share, subscribe. Super thanks. Cash App, PayPal, Bama Prison Files with 2 S's. DC the Voice, Alabama Prisoner Profiles.